guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with a super long video. I promised this to y'all, and yes, I'm finally getting the time to sit down and film it. We have some older, not super old, but older, not so resilient Jenkins videos that I have saved and compiled. It is 50 minutes of content, and we're just gonna do a good old reaction. Some of this might still be relevant, some of it might not be, but y'all asked and I'm here to deliver. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so let's start at the top. As always, I will drop in my thoughts throughout and we will get through this garbage together. So let's start right here.
Some groceries back. I'm gonna try to eat it too because I usually don't even eat breakfast until like 10:30 or 11, like well when I come back from dropping the kids off. But I'm gonna get hungry while I'm at that appointment, so I'm not ready to eat. You need to take your vitamins to That could be true. Some of them weren't sour, some of them definitely are. To my daughter's appointment.
What are these drops that she's always putting in the kids' drinks? Is that like an extra vitamin? Is it some kind of like homeopathic remedy? Because historically, she has worked with these potions and all of this kind of stuff. I don't think she knows what the hell she's doing. So I wonder if she's negatively impacting her kids' health that is already at risk because they are in this dirty, gross, close quarters shelter room. Is she making it worse by giving them things that might not even be meant for children?
It would be like this too, y'all. I'll get lost in a fucking shoebox. That's why I really like Drew driving me everywhere. And like this little detour I just had to take because of this construction got me back ass sideways, yo. What the I was literally right at the door and I was so proud of myself. This is why I come to appointments early, because that damn construction, like, obviously I couldn't have, I could have prepared for that. I could have looked it up. But anyways, yeah, thank God for Google, because I don't even...
Is there anything attractive about Steph? You know, the burping and the lack of wanting to make herself look presentable when she's going out. For me, all of it just circles back to the rug use allegations, and I don't think she's ever going to beat them because at this point, I don't think they're even allegations. She's admitted to partaking in one kind of rug consistently, making sure that they always have a supply, and who knows what else is going on.
I walked back to the front door for her appointment. I was literally there, y'all saw it. And I gotta go all the way around. Ever so grateful I made myself eat that yogurt before I left because I wasn't expecting to have to do the whole walk there. But that's okay. We're about half a mile away. I just did a full circle for absolutely nothing because I'm gonna try to go all the way up to the fucking bridge and get across. Probably make it to this appointment if I do. So I just hopped on a fucking episode of Grey's Anatomy. How the fuck is this around? Why is it so pretty here? People is extended Leo. I've now officially been here for 2 hours. I'm hungry. If there's one thing I feel like I know how to do, is make a struggle meal. I like to go through, see what I have, gather some ingredients, and then challenge myself to make something out of it. So I grabbed an onion, I grabbed this bell pepper that's barely hanging on, some rice, some eggs, some chicken bouillon. You know the lady I'm talking about? Every time I say chicken bouillon, I cannot say it normal now. Thank you. And did I say eggs? Anyways, I grabbed some eggs, some ground beef, some beans. This is definitely going to be a high protein meal. And I will say that I pretty heavily seasoned this because I felt like if I didn't season it just correct, there's just no way my kids were about to eat this. I feel like up to this point I've kind of like semi-spoiled my kids. I don't feel it's spoiled. Like, if they don't like the dinner that we've made, we usually offer them another choice. We don't just be like, you're gonna go hungry. No, we don't do that 90 shit. Oh man, like I just cut that out because I was trying not to cuss and I did it again. Like, I'm not redoing it. I seasoned this with the basics, you know, onion powder.
So spoiling your kids means making sure that they have a meal that they want to eat. What? Spoiling them as you're living in a one-room shelter means that we'll give you something else if you don't want to have the dinner that is sitting in front of you. That is spoiling. I mean, what would she consider getting them into a house with their own bedrooms? If that's considered spoiling?
Garlic powder, this garlic and herb, and a little bit of ketchup. I felt like ketchup needed to go in here for whatever freaking reason. I could not find the black pepper. I scooched everything to one side because I wanted these eggs to cook kind of slowly just on one side, and then I'd flip them in after they got a little bit cooked. And don't even tell me that don't look delicious. It actually turned out really good. You see, I feel with us not knowing like how long this freaking shutdown is going to last and how it's going to affect everybody, we all could do to share some of our like go-to struggle meals, or just like what we put together with the ingredients we have on hand, because that might be something we have to do kind of commonly. I should have said routinely, but commonly, whatever. Yo, my heart is breaking for people that are disabled, that lost all of their benefits and they like have no way of getting themselves food. What about like elderly people that relied on that resource? I get that I'm not a wordsmith, but my heart goes out to people. I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it this far, bye-bye now.
Shopping AAA, Bomb Baby Mama.
And we need some nipples. These are huge and neat. 1, 2, 3. I was trying to really get into.
Take down that dream catcher while you're at a culture vulture. Yeah, let's grab the 2 most toxic chemicals available so I can mix them in that unventilated room and create chlorine gas. Who the fuck needs?
She loves the Pine Sol and Clorox to mop the walls. How many times has she been told that that is so toxic for these kids to be breathing in these fumes? For her too, but let's, focus on the kids because she's the one actually making the concoction. She knows that it's wrong and she continues to do it. I can only imagine how disgusting that smells when both of those are mixed together and then mopped onto the walls.
3 decks of a no cards.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna take that thing apart. But they also have been into puzzles too, which is kind of, I'm loving that for them. 350. I thought it was gonna actually look like this bubblegum thing I seen.
Now let's grab messiest puzzles for the kids who don't even have a table to do them on.
And 350 pages are not small place. You know what? It's for the memory's sake. Hope you say that shit. Yeah, I guess it's 100%. More puzzles. Meander down this way. So I'm trying to get things that are, the puzzles beside the point, but a bunch of small pieces because they do just be losing that stuff left and right. And she spends all this money on, cheap toys that are going to break and all of that. And I get it. Like, the kids need to have entertainment when they're in this awful environment that they're in. But I also think she never considers the fact that, especially the youngest child, is, crawling around on the floor and all of this kind of stuff. The older kids are dropping these small toy pieces on the ground. They're getting lost, easily. What's going to happen when the infant picks up one of these small toy parts and chokes on it?
because Steph is not watching her. She's not monitoring her. She's too busy making stupid TikToks instead of watching the child.
Her white daughter wanted a doll head to do hair, and this dumbass really gets her APOC doll, always trying to remind them of their non-supreme genetics. They're the most toxic chemicals available. She talks about using these body soaps on her face, completely ignoring that they have many options of facial soap. Grimy ass nails. The bare fucking minimum could be washing the dirt from your nails for videos. Trying to get her kids into skincare, but not a house. Pretending she flosses. Notice how she buys 3 packs of no cards, but 1 pack of flossers for 5 people.
Out in public and being like, look, she is the grimy, scrimmy, homeless chick. She only rocks the same outfit. Like, I actually am embarrassed about
Can
that.
any crackhead?
But that's what I'm saying. It's the constant, like, blowing money on useless stuff that nobody really needs, instead of focusing on saving up for that bigger deposit. They needed that bigger deposit. They did not have it. They were denied housing. Now, we're already caught up to date on that. Cosigner or a bigger deposit. They couldn't come up with either, but then you constantly see her buying endless junk that nobody needs.
Please
I don't want to present myself as such, so
As
yeah, I
anybody
get a
in
little
the
bit extra
entire
nervous
year,
about these
they've
things.
gone
And
viral
people
seeing
really
one
looking and
single.
trolling and being weird, and then and recording me too. Like I don't see it.
Watch as Stephanie's video gets progressively worse.
You see how terrible of a job I did getting my own hair? Eventually I'll get brave enough to go and have someone cut it for me, but I know.
She acts like she's not scared
I really
of
need to invest in a better
but
hair
is
dryer.
scared of
If you have
hair
recommendations,
salon
let me know in
now.
the comments because I'm trying to do a
High
little research.
quality
I want
bulging
to
hernia
invest
content.
in one that's, I don't know, safer, healthier, doesn't emit so much radiation.
She
Whatever it may
genuinely
be.
thinks she's
Come live,
intelligent, but thinks antivirus radiation. Who's going to tell her?
Looking like freaking the
It's the middle of the day, but you never know because she keeps it like a dungeon. And that's that shelter from
She's talking about radiation. What? What planet are we living on here, Steph? Because nobody understands what the hell you're talking about.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Look how fucking dirty this kid is.
And it got me thinking, like, maybe I don't do that enough with my kids. Maybe I need to, like, write their names with pancakes. I don't know. I really try to have a fine balance between structure.
Trigger warning, you will lose your appetite.
If you don't, look away, because I'm gonna show
Did you see how filthy his pants were? We're not talking about, oh, he might have, tripped and gotten in a little bit of dirt. That was like caked on filthy, grimy dirt all over his pants.
you, anyways.
Stop.
Did I do it? Hands can be washed, don't you know?
oh my gosh!
Just kidding.
Same place that she washes her dishes. That's the same tub where she washes her dishes that the children eat off of.
Time to season these bitches, but also they need a little more butter. They need a little more butter. Butter makes it better.
Can any crackheads translate for me?
Mama.
Make a hair mask out of these because
This one genuinely
Why not?
grossed me out.
I'm even gonna freeze it. Because to me, even when you put make guac out of this, you're gonna taste that weird little off-putting taste that brown avocados have. So yeah, no. All those avocados. I mean, maybe some people do eat them this brown, but personally, they have a smell going.
Globs of honey.
There's this banana that my son's not eating too. The best thing I have to smash with right now is a whisk. Let me take myself some kind of smashing device.
Now she's going to slap everyone's head in this concoction.
Here's what the.
said diabetes. Anyone with children that young should not be having sugary drinks.
OMG!
You know, her kids, I never see her kids drinking water. I never see them just having water. Bottled water, I don't see her giving them like Gatorade once in a while, but like, why are children not consuming water on a consistent basis, but they're having sugary, fruit juices made from concentrate with high fructose corn syrup? She wants to claim that she's like healthy and trying to at least the kids have good diets, but they're not even drinking water.
But I wanted to let y'all know, as the subscribers, like, if you feel you're not getting what you feel you're owed by subscribing, then please unsubscribe. I post as often as I possibly can in this motel situation. My only opportunity to record something is generally like right now after I drop the kids off, and that's dependent on if my daughter actually stays asleep in the car, because as soon as she's awake, she's gonna need something. She's gonna need to eat. I'm in mom mode. I'm not that content creator that's just gonna like put my kids somewhere crying and just so I can put up a video. Like 9 times out of 10, it's because I'm doing something with my children that I'm not posting.
No, but you will assign your oldest daughter to watch the youngest one so that you can make TikToks. So that's a BS lie. So what you're saying is, if your oldest daughter is at school and you have to do what you signed up for, which is being a mother, then you're not going to make TikToks. But if she's around and she can, play the parent, because I've talked before about parentification, especially with her oldest daughter, we see exactly what you're doing.
Something you're used to me seeing or me posting. But with that being said, most of you are paying like $4.99, $5.99 to $10 max for a subscription. I personally don't feel like I owe anybody more than at max 3 videos a month, and I realize that that's maybe not what I've been putting out, but that's what I'm getting at, is like, if you feel you're not getting what you're owed, please just unsubscribe, because I'm doing the best that I can. And
imagine telling people that are paying for the train wreck that you call content, because that's the only reason people are paying, is because they're curious, not because they genuinely support you. Telling them, well, you're not paying me enough and I only owe you 3 videos per month because of how little you're paying. I've talked before about paid memberships on social media. I've considered, memberships on YouTube. I've always decided against it because I didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. I upload every single day and I work full time and I have a whole life outside of YouTube, and I don't charge people for the content that I'm posting. And you actually think that the dumb shit that you create is, number one, worth anything monetarily, and then you're telling people that they're not paying enough and you only owe them 3 videos a month?
the ones that get that, they get it. Excuse me, I just swallowed my own spit wrong. Anyways, but if you're bothered by the fact that I don't DM, I have let people know, please let me know in the sub-only space that you've sent me a DM so I can click on your name directly and go see the DMs from you, because I get a lot of DMs daily and it's hard for me to weed out who's a subscriber versus who's just a general person just trying to reach out. What else was I gonna say?
So a general person trying to reach out to you is not worthy. You're only going to respond to a DM from somebody that is paying you. Where do you get off with such entitlement and arrogance? This is one of the worst videos that I've seen from her. The sheer greed to literally say, well, let me click on your profile and see if you're a paying subscriber, because the ones that aren't paying and are followers aren't going to get a response.
Feel I could post at least 3 sub-only videos monthly, and I try to make time now, or I try to make time at night, and at night it's a little more difficult because trying to get all the kids to wind down at the same time is so fucking impossible in here. They all bounce off each other and wake each other up or keep each other up, and Atlas gets overstimulated by loud noises, so if Manova's having a harder time going to bed, it stirs him up more. It's it is what it is. And I don't fault myself for not being able to push out more content, more sub-only content. I'm only one fucking person.
Yeah, the kids do. They love school.
Your kids love school because they hate being in the shoebox that you call a home. That doesn't take any, level of intelligence to come up with that. Of course they love school.
Yeah, we bought the kids costumes. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gifts. I mean, you'll probably catch the same kind of, I don't know, I don't want to call it dismissal, but in both mine and Drew's lives, because if you make a comment that I don't feel like I want to answer, it's not going to be answered. So you can make the comment over and over, but no, I don't have a stroller yet. Drew's live too. Telling somebody else what to do with their life is crazy to me. So I'm sticking right back up.
People telling her what to do is go get a job. That triggers her so much. It actually makes me laugh every single time because she wants to act as if people are, coming at her with negative energy and people are just out to be haters. They're literally just telling you to go get a job.
I don't mind sharing. I did share with the kids too, but I don't like showing y'all my kids eating. It's just weird to me.
Anything she says is most likely a lie, and the content is there to prove it. You get a different voice in this video, this little review that she does. It's not the, y'all got me bent back sideways. It's not that stuff. This stuff is a completely different tone and demeanor.
And for about a week now, and I've been using it every day, about twice a day. And I wanted to use it for a while before I popped up on here and gave like an honest review. And it's not like I expected any kind of results immediately. I do think that it would take probably a good amount of time of using a product to see tremendous results from my probably extensive wrinkling hair. With that being said, I'm actually really loving this product. A little goes a long ways, and it's pretty satisfying to use if you ask me. And I think this little bottle that it comes in is pretty cute. So when I use the product, I like to like really rub the product in. I'll make sure I'm doing this for like a good 5 to 10 minutes with the roller, and I do feel a difference and notice a difference immediately after I do this process, as well as I just feel like an overall softened feeling to my wrinkles throughout the day. At this point, you may be wondering why I didn't use the original audio for the video when I recorded this, but I didn't notice when I was recording this, but I was picking up like the entire background noise, and my man was listening to YouTube, so yeah, I'm not trying to get all that on the video. But overall, I'm really enjoying this product. Type to like post a video of me crying or something like that. At least I try not to be, but I just got to this.
I think she was crying in this video because not that she felt bad for other people, but the fact that she realized that her benefits were going to be cut. It was tears for herself, not for other people. Don't ever get it twisted with her. It's always self-serving. It's always pity for me, and I'll act like it's for someone else, but it's not for anyone else.
It's like 60 cars lined up for this mobile food pantry. And it just kind of broke my heart because there's already such a need for food assistance in lower income families. And to just strip what they had for assistance is fucking just so... You lack humanness, bro. You're such a fucking rotten human. And I'm not even crying about myself because we'll figure it out. And I feel fucking blessed that we're in a position where we can. But it was literally us less than a fucking year and a half ago. And all these families, bro. This fucking country. I have to hope and pray that, like, the worse that it gets, our country will become just as united, the civilians, as other countries manage to do, because that's the only way we're all going to survive this shit. That's the only reason why people do survive in their fucking war zones is because they unite as the civilians.
Even though she put it in the caption, she was absolutely trying to compare a country in a war zone versus what's going on in the US right now. Let's talk about what's going on in the US. Let's not talk about literal, like, entire towns that are being leveled because they are war zones.
Because we're really not trying to spend more than we're already spending for this freaking motel. We obviously want to stay in our area because the kids are already established at their school. We wouldn't want to be any further from the school than we already are. I love this first option. I mean, it's even got an in-ground pool. I love this one, but like one option, what are the odds we're actually going to be? I'm just never the type of person that wants to put all of my pennies in one stock, or however you word that crap. Like, we just, one option available, doesn't make sense to go after that one option. I love how
Imagine being this picky when you're literally living in a shoebox with your children, and now we know that you did apply and you got denied. Not only could you not come up with a bigger security deposit, but then you also expected a stranger on the internet to co-sign for y'all. Like, that's, I've talked about that recently. But being so picky, I could not imagine. Okay, well, ooh, look at this one. It has a pool. Y'all don't need a house with a pool. Y'all just need a house where your children can have some privacy. And obviously, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because Steph refuses to work. Drew is not making enough money, and some of that money is going to be taken away soon because of obvious child support. So you're literally stuck in this situation. Let's all say it together, because Steph refuses to get a job. She is the common denominator in why they are stuck right now.
it seems like y'all literally have so much time on your hands that you can make up fake postings on these sites and then be like, I showed this to them and they didn't want to do it. It was the better option for their children. Yes, I'm well aware that there's options up in Vancouver, but why would we try to go further away from the school, further away from where Drew worked?
No, I haven't smoked in about 3 or 4 hours. Like quitting tree. No, we don't buy wraps or anything. So we smoke out of a glass bong that I've had for a long.
Drew literally wanted to sit here and brag that he had not smoked in 3 to 4 hours. As if somebody is gonna, shoot confetti out of the comment section and be like, good job, Drew. Good job. You have kept up your habit while your entire family is unhoused.
Long time. So I don't spend any money on wraps, and we spend very we buy the cheapest, the lowest, whatever you want to call it, and so like $30 lasts us like 3 or 4 days maybe. But I probably shouldn't have told you guys that, but
Okay, $30 lasts 3 or 4 days, so that's roughly $60 per week that is going to this habit. Now, knowing what we know today, all of that money could have gone to a larger deposit to lock down a house. See, it's always, you can always do the math, because they overshare all of their bad habits and terrible, financial decisions. And then we fast forward to things not working out, and we can figure out why they couldn't come up with more money for a deposit.
news to the crowd.
We're really not ashamed of what we have nothing to hide. Judge us if you want. You can watch if you want. Go ahead.
Yeah,
See, and there she goes. She is always squawking in the background. And I call her a squawker because it's so obnoxious and repetitive, kind of like how a parrot repeats what it says all the time. You can judge us. We're not hiding anything. Well, you should be ashamed for that. You should have hidden that. You should have not admitted that online. And you should be judged for it, which we're going to do.
just like coffee. I mean, that's how I see it. And I don't, hey, go ahead and do like, go $8 times 30 and see how much that is.
Comparing trees to coffee is one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard of. And even if you're spending $1 per month on that, when you're unhoused with children, that $1 per month should not be going to support your habit.
Can someone do that for me? Can someone go $8 times 30 days and see how much that is for me real quick? 240. That's how much people spend on coffee a month. It's 240. What's the... There are people that spend $8 on coffee daily. I'm not saying it's you guys in chat. I'm definitely not saying it's you guys in chat. Hold on a second.
get some diapers and get some cash back to do the laundry. I gotta get like at least 40 because I'm trying to do all the blankets too. My babies. Oh, look at my little baby hairs are starting to come back in from balding. Where? Anyways. Side note. When the heck do I get a box of these sent to me? Because I've been buying these consistently. I've been a faithful customer for 3 freaking years now. I promise you, I've never had a better protein bar.
Do y'all understand what I say when I'm talking about, like, where is anything about her attractive? Because her entire existence just makes me want to, like, crawl out of my skin. The different accents, the fact that she went through this little chapter of claiming that they were living in a cabin for no apparent reason, the burping, the not having any effort to put yourself together. And listen, I will go out and run errands in no makeup. I'm not talking about not wearing makeup, but I'm talking about, like, brush your hair, use a lint roller, make sure that your jacket is clean. The bare minimum to, like, look kind of pulled together. And all we get from her is, like, burping and farting and a hair that looks like a rat's nest.
These are top tier. They're, like, actually not a brick hard fucking protein bar. They're delicious. But anyways, I digress again. Bitch, I'm fucking distracted. Into the Safeway we go. I'm gonna try. Also, I forgot I need to get shampoo too. The kids need shampoo. Let's go. Is this coming over here? Do I need it? No. I fucking love it now. I'm finna tell Drew. He's gonna find a way to get it for me. This shit's cute. Look at this one. It's also been eating vitamins, so I'm getting some vitamins right now. They're all on sale. They usually are. I'm thinking this one is brown given 50. Mix and match. We need a vitamin D. $4.95 each. Okay. Did they make another one like that? I already know Drew's gonna be like, really? $100? Yo, it's not my fault. It's so fucking expensive. It makes my stomach turn because, like, I just wanted to go in there and I really wanted to get stuff to do, like a spooky movie night with my kids. And I guess I'm about to try to see what I can do at the dollar store because I got the basics of what we fucking just needed. And then $40 for laundry. And it's fucking $100, yo. Like, I got Safeway brand shit so we would get the deals on it and everything. And I'm just like, yo. Let me see. Did it come down? Done. Yeah. That's really what the fuck it was, because I was sitting here thinking, like, did the shampoo get its discount that I had? Or, like,
guess what? I don't know who needs to hear this, but having children is very expensive. Having children, they are going to need things. And to be in this position and then complain about spending $100 and saying how, oh, you got the Safeway stuff so you could get it on sale, like, maybe stop having kids, because before your youngest was born, you were already not in a position to have children. Before your toddler was born, you were not in a position to have more children. And you did it anyway.
All these, yeah, bro, it literally just comes down to fucking $100. But that's okay. That's okay. We needed it. I really have to start selling my fucking booty. I'm cracking up a little bit here. My fucking baby is, because my sister FaceTime.
She literally said she's gonna have to start selling her booty. Girl, nobody wants that. I can guarantee. I don't even think Drew wants that anymore.
Me while I was in the store, and this is like, I'm telling y'all, me and my sister haven't seen each other for like almost a year and a half now. It's been a while. And I guess y'all are right. I just have gotten that fucking rough in this amount of time, because my sister was like, oh, whoa, yo, you okay? Love you too. Like, yeah, sis, it's been fucking rough. And I think the difference between you and I when it comes to how we're aging is you haven't been smoking like I have. So blessings. Don't even think you look the same, because you be telling me you're aging and you're not, sis. You're definitely not like me.
No, because, partaking in trees does not necessarily just age you. It's the other things that you're partaking in, allegedly. Let's get to the point.
That's fun. I fucking look like 10 years older than my oldest sister. fuck off with that. Dinner tonight, I didn't record the process because I've made this a million times, but we're having chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Trying soggy green beans. Looking like a hospital plate. So I'm gonna go exchange the money I have for quarters so I can do some laundry. I was gonna do all of the blankets today, but then Drew was napping when I was gonna go do the blankets, and I'm like, no, those 2 of the blankets that need to be done the most, yo. So, anyways. Also, I'm gonna stop at the dollar store and get a little bit of cash back for the pumpkin patch tomorrow, just in case we need it. I'm sure we're gonna need something to buy the pumpkins, duh. And then I also want to do some kind of like spooky movie night for the kids tonight. I didn't tell Drew about that because he would have just been like, you know, like he doesn't want me to do those sorts of things. He just gets anxiety when I talk about spending any money. Like he doesn't know that I have full faith. He doesn't have like full faith that I know.
So he gets upset spending money on something like a spooky movie night, but also just admitted a few minutes ago that he keeps a constant supply of tree in the motel room shelter for y'all to partake in.
Going into it, I have to budget and be careful, and like I'm not aware of like where we are financially, like bro. You know what I'm saying? That's really what's caused the anxiety and the like lack of getting stuff done prior before. Dropped, guys. I was about to just take off, but really gotta wait for the car to calm down, which it sounds like it's about to. But anyways, yeah. So me and Manova are gonna go to the dollar store real quick, get some cash back. Get some stuff for a movie night, go exchange the money for quarters, and come back and do movie, and head out. She'll be happy as soon as I put music on, so I'm gonna do that. Bye!
Oh, and I saved this. She got herself, I think it was like a speeding ticket or something, driving a motor vehicle while using, I don't know, what is that? Using a phone, using a freaking bong? I don't know. A loud destructive driving avoidance course. So she was probably on her phone, probably texting and driving. And that's a $265 ticket. So love that for her.
Okay, so I made a comment earlier that I just kind of wanted to elaborate on a little bit because I feel like it did come off a little harsh. Also, when I say stuff, if in the comment section you're reading it and you don't feel like it applies to you, then it doesn't apply to you. If the shoe fits, wear it. Because when I'm talking snarky, it's because you sent that.
That's what. That also applies to you. If people are leaving you comments and you don't think that it applies to you, then just ignore it. But instead, you, the squawker of Portland, has to respond to every single thing. Because in my opinion, people are calling you out precisely, and that's why it makes you nutty.
Snarky energy first. I'm never going to be the one to throw the energy first. It usually comes at me first. And I feel like I'm saying first a lot. What I'm getting at here is when we do make it past this fucking hurdle, and we will, I know that we will. I said we won't have a community to look back and think. If we were receiving as much positive engagement as we do negative engagement, we could have so many more doors open up for us that don't open because of that. No brand deal wants to be tied to a content creator that has as much negative engagement.
So again, it's everyone else's fault that she's not getting brand deals or positive interactions on TikTok. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's everyone's fault but their own. Here's what I want to say. If y'all would have made better decisions and approached this TikTok thing differently, then those interactions could have been a little bit more fair. But look at how you have behaved on this app. Look at how you have gotten so angry with people for no reason. Not being thankful when people bought out your Amazon wish list. Getting evicted even though you had the money from TikTok to pay your rents.
As I do. At least I'm not seeing any. And as well as like no other content creators that, you know, we could collab together and maybe push content for each other. No one wants to be doing that with me. So, and I'm not saying like pity me. I'm just saying I don't know how it's expected of me to continuously think.
How are you going to collab with any other content creator? Nobody else is in a similar position as you. like, what are you gonna what's the video going to be about? And no, nobody wants to collab with you because you are so unlikable and you are so your refusal to do better has a very long history on TikTok, and nobody wants to be associated with somebody like you.
Think a community of haters. I'm incredibly grateful for the people who are supportive, who I'm trying to build relationships with, and you can see, I feel like you guys should see that I'm trying to do that, because I do. You maybe not see it, but I DM like easily 100 people a day, and then I go into this. I try to engage in the support group. I try to engage in my comments. I do what I can.
So now you're saying that you respond to people, although a few days later you said that you only respond to people that are paid subscribers to you. I want to say she should be thankful for the haters, because if it wasn't for the haters, they would not be any type of relevant. She would have not made any money on social media.
I am one human. I am incredibly grateful for the community of people that we are building. But as far as the people who just negatively engage in our comments, I don't think I have anything to thank you for. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Also, if you made it this far, there's so many more things going on in the world, bro. There's so many more things going on in the world that deserve attention. I'm just grateful that God continues to let this opportunity that I prayed for my family continue. And nobody's going to stop an opportunity that God
closed that door on telling y'all, look, you either need to have a bigger deposit. Nobody's going to co-sign for you. I think that was God. I think that was God showing y'all exactly what kind of position you're in, and that you cannot expect other people to fix it for you. Let's talk about that side. Let's talk about that lesson.
Since most of my neighbors have already pointed out that they know us on TikTok, why the fuck not? Honestly, I'm just playing. I could give a fuck who's watching me. It wasn't even about that before.
Cold emotion is okay, bud boy. You stay here. Mommy's gonna go act like an idiot on the lawn, okay?
First, I'm gonna do a little picking up the trash because this is my family.
So honestly, most mornings I'm not able to do this because I can't seem to get more than just like something to.
So here she puts up her tripod to tweak again. We've seen this thing again. She's running around. I'm going to skip over this part because it's just the same nonsense.
Can I? Making them like 3 or 4.
She's doing her kid's hair. She is high as a kite and probably has no memory that she even did this or filmed this video.
I was expecting to come out your time. Okay. He's pulling my shirt down. Two of the kids have dentist appointments this morning, and then they have their after-school program. So I make their breakfast, make their lunches.
And malfunction and made the car pull to the left. It just made the steering wheel go like this.
What? How? Why?
Just because it just malfunctioned. Things just happen.
So did Drew almost wreck his car? What was he describing there? Because it sounds like he almost totaled Jenkins' Jetamobile.
Engagement as we do negative engagement, we could have so many more doors open up for us that don't open because of that. No brand deal wants to be tied to a content creator that has as much negative engagement as I do. At least I'm not seeing any.
Hey y'all, so today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite, and I like to call it my juice.
I toyed with your heads a little bit and it was kind of fun, but I had to rage bait just a little bit because I hadn't been on that For You page in a fat friggin' minute.
Hi. What?
Fuck no. So I know a lot of people are wondering, where's the video of you donating? Why would I post a video of me donating?
So I was 30 minutes early to my doctor appointment, and I figured I was just gonna pop up on a sub-only live, only to see like either my TikTok is mad glitchy or I just keep losing monetization rights on TikTok.
Oh, and on this one, she literally had the nerve to dance and film this and edit it and post it it felt like eye bleach a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I just like my body being nourished, my goodness. And back to doing these dishes in the freaking bathtub because it's so much faster than that small. So here you can see my ugly ass make some plates, okay? And if you're noticing my voice sounds different this morning, it's because it literally is morning. I don't usually do voiceovers here in the morning, like first thing when I get up. And I'm tired. I got tired voice. And when my mama told me that she lost her ability to sing like mid-30s, I think I low-key believe her now because my voice is changing so much. So I do believe this was like Monday night that I made this meat.
Is her voice raspy in the morning because of the things that she is partaking in overnight at 2 o'clock in the morning from the bathroom, talking to herself in the mirror?
Didn't have any vegetables. I really do like to have at least 3 things on the plate. So I decided to cook up some like beans with bacon. I don't know, it sounded good to me. I think I was the only one who enjoyed it though. And I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but we've been doing this every night where I kind of write some questions down for the kiddos and then they go to each board to write down their answers. And then we also decided we were going to do a movie night tonight. I wanted to show them Cheaper by the Dozen. They ended up loving that movie. I wanted to show them this movie because they're obsessed with that song, I'm Just a Kid by Simple Plan. Y'all, I heavily debated not posting this angle because it's just one of the most awful angles of me. I know y'all gonna clip so many freaking pictures, but whatever, have y'all fun. I like to add a little bit of castor oil, like the smallest little drop in the girl's hair before I braid it at night. Okay, so sometimes I feel like I say things so bluntly, and this has been an issue I've had like since I was young. I just wanted to like rephrase the thing that I said on my live the other day because I really feel like people are just going to take it completely out of context. When I said I did not want to compare it to the other middle-aged Caucasian women, I'm talking about them Karens. Y'all should know who the frick I'm talking about. Okay, quick side note. My man decided to bring me some food from this Sri Lankan place and oh my lord. You guys, this is some of the best food I've ever had. There's literally so much food on this plate too, so yeah, I did not mind sharing. I did share with the kids too, but I don't like showing y'all my kids eating. It's just weird to me. Oh, looks like that's all the time I get for today. My baby is up. It's time for me to go make the kids lunches, which, oh, yeah.
So you don't also find it wild that it seems like in this world you have enough money you can literally get away with whatever the fuck? And I'm talking about people who have like that status that do the same thing that us regular ass civilians do. Okay, for example, you wouldn't be up in Cardi's freaking business because the videos she posts being like, well, you surely must be the type of mom who's gonna exploit her daughters because
Not her comparing herself to Cardi B. Steph, I am so tired. I'm about to cut this video off soon.
you like to be provocative. Or even better yet, are y'all up in Beyonce's crap when she literally does
She's comparing herself to Beyonce.
have her daughters dancing on the stage? A cue a bunch of people who are gonna come at me like, don't you mess with my girl Beyonce. Girl, Beyonce doesn't give a fuck about either of us.
And that's exactly my point, is that if you're up there with a status, you have all this money and you can appear that you have a good life, good housing, whatever the fuck the situation is, suddenly you're off limits to judgment. Like, what the fuck is that? Do you not realize that a lot of these people started out the same as either of us? Like, come on. And that's just me saying that you really think that I'm just gonna sit here and cower because my life doesn't look the idealistic way that you think it should look. The fuck I'm not. That is not me. I will continue to post and do my life and do what the fuck I'm doing because I know I'm not doing anything wrong. And y'all caseworkers can show up as many times as you want. Might as well be my fucking besties at this point. Just come on in, enjoy some homemade food, some laughter, enjoy a family who's just doing the best they can. We ain't got nothing to freaking hide. That's why I keep posting, yo. I'm not an idiot. Bye-bye now. Oh yeah, and if you're curious, this was the savings. It was very satisfying to watch the numbers drop before we paid. For all the snarky Karens, yes, it is EBT, but wouldn't you rather your tax dollars come back and be used for this instead of what the fuck it's being used for right now? It's been another evening with me and my fellow foodies. First, I gotta clean this place up, but this time I was feeling just rocking my headphones and zoning out, getting this done. Don't judge me, but what I'm listening to while I get stuff done is some true crime. Right now, I'm listening to some Bailey Sarian. Now look while it lasts, because it's not gonna last long. It'll be messed up as soon as I'm done making dinner. After I got into this motel situation, I thought to myself, this should be easier to manage, right? Yeah, hell no. It's starting to feel like some kind of freaking sentence because I'm literally living the same day over and over, washing the same damn dishes. You've seen my...
So this video, if you watch, and I'll slow it down, the infant is crawling around on the motel room floor, picks up something small from the floor, puts it right in her mouth. And that's what I'm talking about. You're buying these little toys, and this child is either going to eat something that she should not be eating, or she's going to choke on a small toy part. And then what are you going to do? There's also this little montage of her cleaning the motel room. You know, I have the same question that I've had for over a year. Why is it always so filthy and disgusting in there? You claim that you're constantly cleaning, but like, what are you cleaning? Because I don't understand how it's always filthy and you don't have a job. So what are we doing? I might insert a small little montage here at the end of the video, but to be quite honest, I've had more than enough of her for today and I am tapped out. So tell me how y'all feel about all of this down below. We will have some other content coming here, but I had this on the back burner and I asked y'all, do you want it? Even though it's a little outdated, and many of y'all said yes. But like I said, I am here to deliver. But that's it for tonight. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Like a chicken with my head cut off, because tell me why this was like 7:30 p.m. that I recorded this. By 9:30 it was already messed up again. But anyways, bitch, that's not why I'm here. I just wanted to let y'all know that I've been a little absent because I've been busy with back-to-back appointments nearly like every day of the week. Like y'all thought we just never go to the doctor, man. I feel like I live there. But honestly, I'm not even complaining. I actually really appreciate the medical staff at the clinic that I take my kiddos to. It's actually a family clinic that we all go to, and yeah, they're on it. They usually are very responsive when I have concerns, and they usually, you know, direct me to the right spot, so it is wonderful. But yeah, enough on that. So I'm just gonna say this real quick, because you're not gonna catch me giving any attention to supposedly like my ex and his mom popping up saying some shit. Yeah, that's their deal. I'm not gonna give y'all any attention to that. But what I am gonna say is that y'all, I'm working on being a healed person, and y'all keep trying to bring up my past like that is still me, and it's not me. You can say you supposedly knew the person I was and the decisions I made, but bitch, you were not there, so I'm not sure how you can even claim that. And why anyone would put value in the words of someone who's literally rotting in prison for what my ex is rotting in there for, like, yeah, y'all next level fucking weird and crazy. And I could give a flying fart what his mom has to say. She has not shit to do with my life. She never did. And that's the last you're gonna hear me say about that shit, unless I decide to write a freaking book about my life. And at that point, then you can read my book, alright? Cool. Honestly, I really be trying not to give these haters too much attention, but every now and again, I gotta shut some shit down. But when it comes down to it, you can sit there and be like, she married this, and Stephanie was this, and was that. Y'all can be stuck in my past. Well, meanwhile, I'm going forward in my own life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep going forward, alright? Thanks for watching, but bye now. Honestly, I feel a bit like a hamster who's running around in its cage playing with the same damn toy over and over when I clean up this spot every time. Because when I first got into this motel situation, I thought to myself, this should be easier to manage, right? Yeah, hell no. It's starting to feel like some kind of freaking sentence, because I'm literally living the same day over and over, washing the same damn dishes. You've seen my dang pot. The thing is tired. I mean, can you really feel like your laundry is clean when you're folding the same clothes that you've been washing over and over for 3 years? And I know y'all asses caught my baby taking that piece of bacon off the floor. I caught it too. Y'all act like I don't know what my baby's doing right behind me. You see, I could sit there and be bitter and disgusted by my situation, because a lot of times it gets to me too. I'm a clean freak, and this situation makes me feel ugh like 95% of the time. But honestly, I gotta side with my man on this one, because I can only do so much. I literally was driving myself freaking nuts trying to manage this an unachievable amount. Between both Drew and myself, this place gets cleaned up at least 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'm not even playing with you. We sweep behind this AC at least twice a day. We shake off all of the beds daily and clean up under the beds daily. Mopping gets done at least 3 times a week, if not every day. Laundry gets done twice a week, which I suppose I really could do that daily, since it's not that hard to get the laundry done here at the motel. And even though I may not look like it, these freaking dishes get done at least twice a day. I think that you would know exactly what to do differently in my situation. Y'all ever catch that show, Rich Kid Gone Skint? If you haven't, you should give it a look. So the show is basically what it sounds like. It's about people who are a little bit rich and more well off, going and staying with people who are more in that like poverty line. But what I find interesting about this show is that they'll, you know, interview the people prior to going and staying with the people that they're gonna go stay with, and usually their perspective is completely different than after they stay with us. And I really feel like that would be the same case if y'all were actually to get to know me and Drew and our situation and actually try to live it for a day or two. Cue the, oh, I would never, because it would never be me. Okay, but honey, it could very well be you. Never say freaking never. I sure as fuck never thought I'd end up homeless living in a motel with 5 kids. I definitely pictured my life a lot different when I planned it out, but you know, things fucking happen. But I'm definitely not the type to sit there and dwell on my past. I do think you can learn from your past experiences, because you shouldn't be making those mistakes again, you know? But also to sit there and dwell on things that are out of your control it's mind-numbing. It ain't good for your mind at all. But yeah, like I was saying, I really feel like you can't say what you're gonna do in someone's situation if you haven't gone through that exact situation yourself. I mean, even just this year, I've had to stick my own foot in my mouth so many freaking times, because I swore we would never go back to fast food. Blech, food. I can't speak, but I'm not about to just keep doing this again and again. We wouldn't go back to fast food. We wouldn't go back to junk food, but it's been like a saving freaking grace to go back to convenient foods in this motel situation. No, that is not an excuse to be feeding my children junk. And for the most part, you see me cook, man. I just don't be posting a lot of my cooking videos because we're pretty much making the same thing on repeat, because it's the cheapest thing to make. And that's the same with like people asking me why I don't post my content like I used to post. And that's just because I feel like I'm posting literally the same cooking video over and over. And I felt like I was losing a lot of the satisfaction I got out of making my cleaning videos, because I'm just cleaning the same 5x5 freaking 360 loop. One thing I heard the other day though, and I feel like it's solid advice to live by, is start living the life you want to be living. Even if you're currently not living that life, be in that mindset
mindset that you already are. So keep cleaning that nasty motel room like it's your mansion, bitch. Keep making the same dinner of chicken, mashed potato, and broccoli like you're making it for a Michelin star restaurant. And always keep the mindset that what you want and what you want to achieve is within you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.